All right. Did not think I'd be doing a video tonight, even if, regardless of the situation. But you know what? I guess that's a benefit of having cigars, relaxing. I got a new lease on life, so I'm going to relax. I want to light up a cigar, relax, and just collect some thoughts. And I guess I thought I'd share them with you. It's crazy, but it is what it is. So anyway, I don't know. I can pull them on, but I do have this Seiko Astron, and I thought that was cool because I think it's the watch that'll never go to sleep as long as it's connected to the solar, the sunlight of the spirit. So it's a great watch, cool watch, purple. Liza says, "Yeah, get over yourself. You know, I'm chilling." And so some buddies came down. A really nice event, I guess, out of Cousin Cigar, Liga Privada, Aniversario. And they brought these, and I have smoked one, but I'm going to smoke another one. And they're just a phenomenal cigar. And I don't know, Aniversario. I'm celebrating the anniversary of a new lease on life. So let's have a cigar. And I'll tell you what I can. Tired, but you know, took a little nap after this adventure and got up. I said, I'm gonna do this. We'll see if we release the video tonight or later, whatever, doesn't matter. But here goes. Fair warning to those of you who haven't been following my situation. You just came here for a Liga Privada review. You know, it might be a little deep, so but I will review it because I'm going to smoke it, I think. What a beautiful looking cigar. You know. These are pretty good. I do like the Aniversario series, and again today kind of a day to celebrate that. So for those of you who have been somewhat following me, or if you haven't, you know, I did a recent video outlining my thoughts. And I'm probably going to listen to it just to see what they were, because it's been so crazy. My thoughts about having an appointment with the oncologist at the Brain Cancer Center, and what was going through my mind, and the crazy emotions and this roller coaster that I've been on for the last going on a couple of months here. And I didn't know what to expect. You know, we went up, we spent the night up there in Cleveland, which was nice because the appointments were in the morning. They were kind of all day. And so Cleveland Clinic is a wonderful campus, but I've been up there many times for different things, and it's a little different getting around at night. We kind of got lost getting to the parking. But anyway, we got there. And it was a really, really tough, emotional night. Even with a cigar. I had a cigar on the way up. And Billy was the driver. He did a great job. And we tried to relax what we could, but there was a certain amount of finality to it, or realness, I guess. I don't know. Because I read all the reports. Well, I take that back. I'm not a doctor. I didn't read the reports, but you know what we do. We read on the internet and see what we might expect, you know. And those are not good. You know, this type of brain cancer that my father had, that my brother had, is fatal, glioblastoma, stage 4. And so the reports I was reading were that, you know, it was a matter of sort of months, and even if you did treatment, that might only extend you a few months and decrease your quality of life. And as I've shared, you know, just being able to share here, I've got certainly plenty of issues. We all have issues, but I, for the most part, have pretty decent cognition, and so that was my biggest fear, is that if I underwent some kind of treatment that really wasn't going to make much of a difference, it was going to ruin, the little bit of time of cognition I'd have left. So I was kind of prepared to, go in a different direction. But, and maybe they did a great sales pitch. I don't know. Cleveland Clinic, I can't say enough about them. Wonderful, wonderful doctors, staff. And, when they lay it out to you that if you just do status quo, you're probably not going to be here more than a couple of months, 3 months maybe less. So that's pretty dire. That's pretty stark. And it does, make you want to hear the alternatives, right? Well, the alternatives were at least presented to me much better than I anticipated. Now, we shall see. This is a day at a time. So I titled the video New Lease on Life. We all have that lease on life today. It's not promised tomorrow. But, what they gave me was a little more hope than I kind of went in there with, because he said that, in essence, no guarantees. But if I do some chemo, radiation, and get it started right away, and we're working on that, that there were studies, especially with my cognition level now, my physical sense, my age, and where I'm at, and how I pass certain tests, that it's possible 6, 12, even 18 months, and in rare cases, sometimes longer than that, and more importantly, although some of those treatments might cause fatigue and some other side effects, he said likely not a loss of cognition. And in fact, if the treatments do take hold, that after a period of months, actually, I may get some better cognition back. So it's all no guarantees, but that was about as good a news as I could have asked for. It's always this we're imperfect bodies, what we have, and so it could change anytime. It's a pretty big, unfortunately, pretty big mass. It's growing fast, rapidly. He said something interesting. I mean, gosh, how life can change, right? And then he said his guess probably only had this thing for 4 months. It just, it shot through. So real important to listen to your body. My body was telling me 2 months ago something's going on, and it kept getting progressively worse, but it was just weird, hard to explain, and so I'm glad I listened to the body and looked into it. But going that rapidly, that fast, that at any point the growth of this cancer could cross over and, as he explained it, sort of connect both sides of my brain. Our brain's an amazing organ, right? He said, basically, when one side's primarily being affected here, and it's more of a vision stability type of issue. But if it crosses to the other side, when one side's affected, the brain uses the other side to compensate and try to do the task that the side that's being affected, or the part that's being affected, can't do. And he said, but if that sort of crosses over to both sides and the cancer gets in both sides pretty good, that then that's different. So that could happen. Again, sorry, not trying to be morbid or whatever, but it's reality. So I have to give thanks one day at a time that, I've got today. It's not crossed over to the extent that I can't do a crazy video and smoke a cigar. So that's where we're at. Now, I did ask him, and I said, what kind of treatment do you have that will keep me alive until the Cleveland Browns win a Super Bowl. And unfortunately, he said there's no such thing. He said he'd have a line up outside Euclid Avenue there if he had that. So none of us are guaranteed that, but he shared a really cool Bernie Kosar story, which was fun. And so, yeah, great doctors. So we're going to plug forward. We'll see, if you want to join me on the journey, continue these videos. As long as I can do them, I'll share. And we'll see what tomorrow brings. I'm going to try to sleep tonight. I got these, never had sleep meds before, but this Lunesta, I think, and I don't know. Maybe it's just too much, but I think I'll sleep tonight. I don't know. I haven't slept the last 3 nights on it, just a little bit. Too much going on, but today is a relief. At least I have some hope of a game plan. And again, it's all relative, right? Most of us, I would say, if somebody told you, well, you got, a year to live, maybe 18 months at a window, you might freak out, right? But I'm smoking good cigars and celebrating because, it's a lot better than weeks or months, at the most, and who knows, we'll just keep plugging away. But I did want to share, I don't go too deep. I'll get more into the video later, but just the amount of support and prayer works. Again, I'm all about the idea of praying for others, that they get peace, clarity, connection to God, rather than necessarily a specific outcome. And, I think that's happened to me. I love the fact, like at Cleveland Clinic, there's a time, and again, I said it was highly emotional. It was just crazy. But, I really appreciate these hospitals that have like prayer chapels. We spent the night, we got up, we had a really great breakfast, trying to get something in my stomach before meeting with the oncology team. And then we took a walk down and we went to the chapel. And just, it's a non-denominational, you can do what you want. I'm Catholic, and I was searching, some of these relics that we use. And again, use it as you will if it works. But in these times, they're kind of important. So or at least to me, so I'm looking for my rosary, and I hadn't broke out the rosary for a while, and I couldn't find it. My head spinning. So I didn't take a rosary. But the nice thing about going up there to the clinic, even though it's not a Catholic hospital, they have, I'm sure people volunteer and bring things in. So I was able to go into that chapel, and they had some holy water, they had a rosary, and that was really cool. It was comforting. So that was a nice sort of piece of, sort of God's presence there. And then we could go down and meet with the team. They gave me this book, First Day's Guide to a Malignant Brain Tumor. Again, not one that you want to put on your bucket list, but hey, I'm going to kind of go through it. But they were just fantastic. I mean, God bless these doctors that work in this field. That'd be so tough working in that field. But they have such compassion, dedication. I talked before in other videos about some have better than other bedside manners. I mean, these guys were just great. And it was, just straightforward. I wanted straightforward. What are the options? What are we looking at? And again, maybe in their minds, like, hey, it's not too many. I'm running out of options, so let's give them the best option we have and put a smile on it. But they were really good, and I'm just hope, right? That's what we want. We just want hope and if, a little bit more time on this earth to share with the ones we love, and the support that I've been given. Again, just this whole thing just is hard to fathom, right? But again, it's not doom and gloom. Hey, I'm here another day. I'm smoking a Liga. I didn't tell you much about it, but it's good. I'll say that. How about that for a review? Liga Privada, 10th anniversary. If you get a chance, buy one. It's good. That's about all I can say. So we'll carry on. And Until next time, treasure life if you got it.